Hey everybody, it's James here from NeuralNet Games, and today we're talking about Frosthaven update number 93, some info on solo scenarios. Wow, are these titles ever dry? They need to jazz this up a little bit so that they get a better click-through rate. If they get more people reading the update, then they'll get more compliance on the things they're asking for. And so for all of you who ordered the original Broken Token Organizer and who haven't filled out the survey, it's too late for you at this point. The survey is closed. So what you're going to get is you're going to get the default option, which is the folded space insert, the foam one. That is the default. However, if you're like extremely upset about it and you're like, no, I really want Laser Aux. I missed the update. I have 20 Kickstarter games and it's too hard to keep up with all these updates. Then you can go ahead and you can email Cephalo Fair Support and you can ask for an exception. I don't know if you're going to get anywhere. But apparently that is an option. So, if you're really upset, you can go ahead and you can go do that. Okay, so let's talk about the first part of the update, which is talking about, kind of finishing up the very last of the efforts, like the rule book and the one-page sheet. They're saying it's not going to affect production, says they're the last things to go in the box, but I thought we were supposed to have everything done by the end of October. I mean, that was my understanding. And so again, we seem to be getting things seem to be getting pushed out. And I've got a bit of a gripe about how some things are going here and how Kickstarters are run overall. So I'm going to rant in a little bit. But first, let's have some positive stuff. Let's talk about solo scenarios, how they're laid out. I think there's some really cool stuff in here. And just before that, I've got a Magic the Gathering arena channel. I make cool original decks and I play them on, MTG Arena. I'm going to put a link down in the pinned comment. Make sure you come and check me out. Okay, so first we've got a solo scenario. You had to have added it on. So if you didn't, you'll be able to get it later on. That's fine. It's not essential to the game. And you unlock the solo scenarios when you get a character to level 5. And there are some differences from Gloomhaven. So we're going to talk about that as well. First, we've got Bones in the Dirt. This is going to be for the Bone Shaper. Layout is different than the other Frosthaven scenarios. It's more like a puzzle. So they're keeping this scenario layout the same as Gloomhaven was. So no hidden information, but Frosthaven is going to have some hidden information in the scenarios. Some you like that, some you don't. I like it. I like the mystery, but yeah, this is, same as original Gloomhaven layout. And so we just go through. It's more like a puzzle than anything else. This one looks really cool. You get the Black Earth Codex. Pretty dope. Sounds pretty dope. It's getting my like nerdy Dungeons and Dragons kind of tingles going, the feels, right? Like I'm like, like that cool sounding item. It just, I don't know. There's something, I love sci-fi too, but there's something about fantasy. It has so much more flavor, I think, than sci-fi in some ways. I don't know. Comment, let me know if you agree with that. But I get these like, I get excited when I hear like cool item names and cool card names and classes that sound really awesome. Anyways, I'm moving. Let's move on. I'm digressing a little bit. So they're class specific, and this time there will be no gold cost. And the item that you get, so the Black Earth Codex for the Bone Shaper in this case, the item you get, it won't be shareable to any other class, which is different from Gloomhaven. In Gloomhaven, once your character retired, the item could go back in the supply, and then other classes could actually use it. And this is amazing. This is a great change. So for anyone who thinks, oh, that sucks, the other classes can't use the item. No. It is better. Here's why. They can balance it much better by reducing the number of interactions with other classes so it can actually be cooler and not just be some randomly nerfed kind of thing that is no good, right? You can really tailor it for the class. And here's what I'm hoping for. I am hoping that it is actually not super powerful, but that it essentially unlocks another play style within the class. So like there's, damn it, I can't spoil this. What's a good example from the starting classes? I can't think of one right now. The class I'm thinking of is the Angry Face class, and essentially it has a play style within it that just doesn't work. It doesn't work. I mean, it's just the cards are essentially useless. And so if you had a class item, and anyone who has played Angry Face knows this. So if you had a class item that could really alter how some of the cards were played, you could get a solo scenario item and basically just unlock a new playstyle within the class. I think that to me would be by far the best way to go. And then if you complete the solo scenario and for whatever reason you're like, the item sucks, because you can't sell it now, you actually get a perk instead. So, I mean, some pretty major changes there, but changes that I actually think make it much better. Okay, now it's time for me to rant. I had to cut there because I had to collect myself and not be too annoyed. So overall, I think I'm a pretty easygoing guy, but one thing I don't understand in these Kickstarters is the shipping piece. First of all, we've gone multiple updates without even a mention really of shipping. And I get it. It's hard right now. I have some compassion. I have a lot of compassion for these board game companies and for anyone else who's trying to figure out shipping. But what we need is we need it to be talked about every update. What I don't understand is why Kickstarter doesn't have something at the top of the page here, right? Under updates, and it should show just like a header, always on the top. And it says current estimated ship date. So that us people who are busy, I was about to say you people, I don't know why the hell I would say that. I just mean that everybody who is busy in life, they've got kids, they've got a job, they've got 10 kickstarted board games spread out over years. It's very difficult to keep updated on what's going on. I don't have 45 minutes a day to check on all my Kickstarters, and probably neither do you. The majority of you don't. So why isn't there something right here that just says, here's the current estimated shipping date? And it should have a little thing that says updated on X date, right? Then you know how current the information is as well. And these companies, as part of customer service, they should be updating every single update as to what the current shipping date is, because that's extremely important for us. And it's just like, oh, we're finishing things up, but they don't even talk about the shipping update. Then you've got to go dig through previous updates. If you're not 100%, keeping up with what's going on, you got to dig through multiple updates. You got to read them all. Then you got to try and figure out when things are being shipped. Sometimes you're going to have to go dig through the comments. Super backers are in there just making random comments. Oh, it's actually updated. It's not spring of 2022. Now it's Q2 of 2022, right? Like things like that happen all the time. Comment. Let me know what you think. I know I'm ranting here. That's why I put it at the end of the video, so you didn't necessarily have to watch this part. But to me, it just doesn't make sense. Why isn't there a spot? It's one of the most important pieces of information. And with, updates, we're on update number 93. You can't be going and digging through all of the updates. Okay, that being said, do have some compassion. I'm still super excited for the game. I hope this was helpful to you. Make sure and share your thoughts with me. Just wanted to say thanks so much for watching the video. Big thank you to my viewers, to my subscribers. I couldn't do it without you.